Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV dungeon guides with 1,000 Maws of Toto-Rak. There isn't too much to worry about with the trash pools in here. There are a couple that are ranged units that will not move, which are the plant ones here, the saplings, so make sure that you're pulling everything else to them. That way your AoEs are hitting everyone. While you're going through this dungeon, there will be little green pips that drop from enemies and are just naturally around the area. You need to pick these up to be able to access the bosses, and they're called photo cells. One of them was on top of this sapling here. One of my party members already picked it up. The next photo cell will be on the tree in this room right here. You see my party running over to pick it up right now. The third photo cell is right here on the left in this group of trees. Once you have all the photo cells, with the fourth one actually being in the tree that's in the boss's room. So once you have all 4 photo cells and you finish clearing out all of the trash mobs here, you can activate the Magitech terminal in the middle of the room and it will spawn the boss. There's not very many mechanical things to worry about with this boss. It does do a poison on members of your party that the healer can cure, but other than that, it's just a tank its bank, no other mechanics to worry about. Once you've finished off the boss, use the Magitech terminal again, and it will open up the way to continue on. The next area is a repeat of what you just went through. So go ahead and continue to pull the trash mobs. Pay attention to the map in this area, as there are quite a few dead ends. The Warden's Whip enemies will spawn a photo cell whenever you kill them. So your party will just need to pick those up, or you can pick them up. it's one per group of them. So the first 2 drop 1, the 3 that we just picked up in the previous room will drop 1, and then the 3 that were in this room will drop 1. So we'll have 3 all together once we clear these out. Continuing on, you'll start running into the spider webs. When one person goes through them, it sucks in anyone around and then seals the spider web behind. You can just kill the sticky web and it'll open up the passageway for anyone who got stuck outside. You do have to proceed past the boss's area to this little outcrop here where the mite trap is to get the last photocell to activate this boss. The range plants, all of them from the beginning to the end of the dungeon do have a AoE attack, so try to face them away from your teammates and just step out of it whenever they do it. Once you get all 4 photocells again, you come back in the room, activate the terminal, it'll spawn the exact same boss again. Again, all he does is poison debuffs, and then I believe this one also spawns ads. So you'll just pick those up once they spawn. So he spawns 2 Warden's Whip. Once the boss is dead, you'll just activate the terminal again, and it'll clear the way to the 3rd area. This area has sludge on the ground, which provides the leaden debuff, which makes you move slower. And there will be a lot more sticky webs, along with some poison pods, flesh pods, that you can hit them with a ranged ability to make them explode. That way that you don't poison yourself and the team. Or once you get close enough to them or hit them with any sort of AoE, they will also explode. So try to hit them with your ranged attack so that you can cause them to explode before your team is standing on top of them. You don't need to worry about any more photocells. So just continue through hitting each of the fleshy pods with your range attacks. A couple of them will be around corners and you will get pulled into them due to the sticky webs, so it will be hard to destroy them before it blows up on your team. It's not a big deal. They shouldn't end up causing that much damage to your team, be that much to worry about, but anytime you can prevent a little bit of damage, you always should try to. When you get to this junction here, make sure that you're taking a left. The straight path dead ends. More often than not, teams tend to go down that way just because the left path's a little hidden. As you can see, I'm walking over almost all of these pods right now, and it's not doing too much damage. So, like I said, they're not something you need to worry about too much, but once you reach this area, the webs will start spawning enemies next to them whenever you go through them. So even if your whole team makes it through the web, you'll want to go back and pick up the ads anyways. And you'll also start running into lightning sprites, which are little spellcaster enemies. Their spells are interruptible with your interjection, or you can stun them when they're casting it. Either way will cause them to not finish the cast. And then you will be in the final boss. So the final boss is Graphias. Once you run in, he'll pull everyone just like the spider webs do, and then he spawns fleshy pods all around the area. You can have ranged DPS go around and blow them all up, but it's not exactly necessary. Watch out for his line AoEs, so make sure to face him away from the party. And he will spawn ads throughout the fight that you will need to pick up. If you don't go around and then destroy the fleshy pods, occasionally the boss will pull some of them into the middle of the room, which will cause them to explode on you, but the damage just doesn't really matter. Once you reach half health, the skin will fall off of his tail, causing him to do large AoEs. You want to pull him out of these AoEs and focus down the tail. This will stun the boss and give him a debuff that makes him take more damage for a minute. And that is it for the 1000 Maws of Toto-Rak. Thank you for watching. Hope this helps some of you out there, and I'll catch y'all in the next dungeon.